Hello again. Intelligence agencies have issued a high alert in New Delhi ahead of Independence Day celebrations. Sources have said officials have suspected that explosives and weapons have been smuggled in through Pakistan using drones. Around 1,000 high-specification cameras will be used to contain aerial objects. Delhi police has said these cameras will be installed by the North Central and New Delhi district units of the city police. These cameras will also help monitor the VVIP route leading up to the Red Fort. 7,000 invitees are expected for the Independence Day celebrations at the Red Fort, with over 10,000 police personnel expected to be deployed around the epic monument. Shifting focus to some political news from Maharashtra, 7 weeks after he took oath as the Maharashtra Chief Minister with the help of the BJP, Eknath Shinde returned the favour by handling out the big ministries of Home and Finance to his deputy, Devendra Fadnavis. Mr. Shinde, who expanded his two-member cabinet on Tuesday by inducting 18 ministers, has kept the urban development portfolio with himself. Meanwhile, Deputy Chief Minister Fadnavis gets Home, Finance, Water Resource, Housing, Power and Protocol Ministry, while Shinde has kept the PWD and Environment with himself. And the wall of an under-construction dam in Madhya Pradesh's Dhar district has been breached and water is seeping through, leading to the evacuation of villages in the vicinity. Teams from the Indian Army, the National Disaster Response Force and State Disaster Response have been deployed to contain the situation. The villagers have been defying prohibitory orders to return home, unwilling to move without their livelihood. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has issued an appeal for them to remain at the camps. The Chief Minister has also said, and I quote, that the crisis is over and that the water discharge is very less and will end slowly, and that they're glad that there was no longer a crisis and that the people of the affected village can plan to visit the village with the help of the administration.
से पानी निकला और अब मुझे कहते हुए अत्यंत प्रसन्नता है कि संकट टल गया है। पानी का डिस्चार्ज अब बहुत कम हो गया है, आधा रह गया, अब धीरे धीरे कम होते होते खत्म हो जाएगा।
And as India celebrates 75 years of independence, a shocker from Rajasthan. A 9-year-old boy from a scheduled caste community in Rajasthan died on Saturday after he was allegedly beaten by his school teacher for drinking water from a pot that had been kept aside for the teacher. The police have arrested the teacher and charged him with murder, the police officials have confirmed. The incident took place on the 20th of July at a private school in Saila village in Jalore district. The child who was injured in the eye and ear was taken to Ahmedabad, about 300 kilometers away, for treatment. The boy died on Saturday in the hospital during treatment, the police officials have confirmed.
Last pictures of 9-year-old Indra Meghwal before he died as he lay in a hospital bed in Ahmedabad, being treated for injuries received after he got a beating from his teacher for drinking water from a pot that had been kept for the schoolmaster. The incident happened on the 20th of July. When the pain in his ear became worse, his parents took him to Udaipur and then to Ahmedabad for treatment. The beating left him with a brain hemorrhage and swelling on the eye.
सुराना गांव में सरस्वती स्कूल में सेल सिंह मारसा गुडे छोकरो मारो बनवा जातो इंद्र कुमार जो मारसा थाप भाई छोकरे मटकी में थी पानी पीधो जातिवाद ग्रीन थाप भाई बनती मातार में नाड़ ब्लॉक वे हेमरेज बनियो मो डीसा पालन पर शब्दों भरियो उदयपुर बीजो पसे अहमदाबाद गयो अहमदाबाद रे मैं भर्ती रियो बटे भर्ती रही तो माता में हेमरेज मिलियो सोरारी डेट हुई 1:30 बजे व्यवहार बजे थी पोस्टमार्टम में जो दी थी बॉडी सुबह 10 थी 12 बजे विश्रे में बॉडी लेन सायला आबू तो तो सेल जी
The incident has led to outrage in Jalore and across the state.
लगाड़ी थी
कोई भी व्यक्ति अपराध तभी करता है, कोई भी व्यक्ति बेखौफ तभी होता है जब उस पर शासन का इकबाल खत्म हो जाता है। राजस्थान की सरकार के रहते इस तरीके की अनगिनत घटना इसी बात का प्रमाण है कि राजस्थान का मुख्यमंत्री लाचार है। मुझे लगता है कि घटनाओं को सरकार बहुत कैजुअल लेती है, लापरवाही से लेती है, गंभीरता से नहीं लेती। उस सरकार की ऐसा लगता है संवेदनाएं खत्म हो गई।
The teacher has been arrested and charged for murder. The government has also promised compensation for the family.
और ये मानकर चलिए किसी भी टीचर को इस तरह से बदतमीजी करने का कोई हक नहीं है। और यदि कोई टीचर कर रहा है तो सरकार राजस्थान में कानून व्यवस्था मेंटेन करने वाली सरकार है, गुड गवर्नेंस की सरकार है, किसी को छोड़े नहीं। राजस्थान नंबर 1 है गुड गवर्नेंस में, कानून व्यवस्था।
कुछ समय पहले जो अध्यापक के द्वारा है वो छात्र के साथ में मारपीट की गई थी। इस प्रकरण का पुलिस के संज्ञान में आते ही त्वरित गति से इसको संज्ञान में लेते हुए प्रकरण दर्ज करवाया गया और मेरे द्वारा अनुसंधान किया जा रहा है। आज ही प्रकरण दर्ज हुआ है और मैं मौका देख के आया हूँ। एसपी साहब भी पधारे थे और इसमें है जो आरोपी जो शिक्षक है उसको दस्तयाब कर लिया गया है और उससे अनुसंधान किया जा रहा है।
But what's shocking is that even as India celebrates 75 years of independence, a tragic story like this, where a casteist mindset led to the death of a young child, has left a blot on democracy. In Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
And in fact, people protesting against the death of this 9-year-old boy gathered outside his house on Sunday. The crowds pelted stones at the police and had to be dispersed using force. As of now, the situation is under control and internet remains suspended in the area. And thousands lined up for the Agnipath recruitment rallies being conducted across the country. In Hisar, in the state of Haryana, the Indian Army is conducting recruitment rallies between the 11th to the 25th of August, with candidates from neighbouring districts participating to be a part of the Indian Army.
We are in Hisar, Haryana right now, and the recruitment process for the Agnipath scheme is going on right now. We are at the military station Hisar, and all of these candidates that you are seeing right now are all Agniveers who have come here for recruitment. These are all the candidates, these are all the Agniveers as we are calling them, and they have all come here for the recruitment into the armed forces. These young men have come from different parts of Hisar and neighbouring districts. So at this military station, there is entrance going on, or rather recruitment going on for 4 districts of Haryana. We'll try and speak to them, try to understand the process as far as the recruitment is concerned and what exactly they had to go through. The first round is running. Then there are physical tests, so we'll talk about all of those. दोस्त कहाँ के रहने वाले हो?
सुल्तानपुर गांव से।
सुल्तानपुर के हो। अच्छा, अभी क्या क्या प्रोसेस हो चुका है आपका, क्या क्या प्रोसेस रहा?
दौड़ हो चुकी है।
सुबह दौड़ हुई थी, उसके बाद यहाँ पर आए हैं।
हाँ।
अभी फिजिकल टेस्ट वगैरह रहता है आप लोगों का?
फिजिकल हो चुका।
हो चुका। अच्छा, तो पहले दौड़ हुई, फिर फिजिकल टेस्ट, उसके बाद आप लोग यहाँ आए हैं। अभी मेजरमेंट वगैरह?
मेजरमेंट अब होगा।
अब इसके बाद मेजरमेंट होगा। अभी सब क्लियर हो चुके हैं। तो कैसा लग रहा है, मतलब अग्निपथ स्कीम में?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
पहले थोड़ा सा डाउट था लोगों के मन में एक बार, तो एज रिलैक्सेशन वगैरह चीज़ों को लेकर, लेकिन अब पॉजिटिव बहुत बात को लेकर।
पॉजिटिव तो क्या, 4 साल में क्या होता है, तो कर रहे हैं अभी।
अच्छा,
और कोई चारा ही नहीं हमारे पास।
अच्छा, आप दोस्त आप कहाँ के रहने वाले हैं?
बाटोल जाटन।
अच्छा, तो यहाँ पर अग्निपथ स्कीम के लिए आप आए हैं, क्या कहना चाहते हैं, कैसा महसूस हो रहा है?
अब तो बहुत ही अच्छा महसूस हो रहा है सर। यस सर।
और क्या मतलब रनिंग वगैरह सब हो गई आपकी?
यस सर, सब हो गया।
तो अभी क्या क्या मतलब प्रोसेस रहा था अभी तक का?
अभी तक
जो लोग भर्ती होना चाहते हैं या फिर जो लोग आना चाहते हैं, तो अभी तक क्या क्या प्रोसेस शुरुआत से आपने किया?
शुरुआत में तो रनिंग हुई थी सर, बीम हुई, फिर ये लॉन्ग जंप हुआ, फिर जिग जैक हुआ, फिर ये डॉक्यूमेंट हुआ कुछ।
डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन हो गया।
यस सर।
उसके बाद मेजरमेंट होगा।
यस सर।
फिर इंटरव्यू। So we'll talk about the recruitment process. First, there is a running of there are 5 laps of 1600 meter. The timing that is given for that running is 5 minutes 30 seconds. So that is ideal, and the last time for the running process is 5 minutes 45 seconds for all the young candidates. These are all the candidates who have cleared that running round. After that, there is chin-ups, then there is long jump of 9 feet. I would like to show the ditch where the running happens, where the long jump happens. So this is the ditch where the long jump happens, and then the stand that you're seeing on the left hand side is the zigzag. So boys have to maintain balance as far as that zigzag beam is concerned. After that, there is a documentation process that happens here, and then there is a small paragraph writing as well for some basic purposes. And then the PMT stand that you are seeing there is for body measurement of all of these candidates, whether they are fit for the armed forces or not. And after that, there is going to be a personal interview of all of these candidates. We'll just walk in that direction and try to show you what exactly that PMT is all about, the measurement is all about. So these stands are the places where the physical test, the chin-ups take place, and once all of these rounds are completed, most of the candidates complete all of these rounds because they have been practicing for the past several months now, and this is that area where you can do chin-ups, and after each and every round there is a certain amount of points that you can get from that each process, and in the end there will be a merit list as far as the Agnipath recruitment scheme is concerned. There will be a merit list, and all those boys who have in fact completed the merit, they will be selected as far as the armed forces are concerned. Now both men and women can take part in the armed forces, and for women there is only one post right now, that is military police. In the upcoming days we can in fact see more openings for women as well, but for boys there are 4 duties. One is general duty, then there is a post for clerk, then there is a post for tradesman, and one more is for technical. So there are 4 posts for boys and 1 post for women who are in fact the candidates. So you can see all of these boys have completed almost all the physical rounds, and now their body measurements are being taken by the armed forces to see whether they are fit for the armed forces or not. Their heights are being checked, they are being checked for knock knees, they will be checked for flat foot, and their chest will be checked as well, whether it expands 5 centimeter or not, because that is extremely important as far as the high altitude areas are concerned.
Meanwhile, the family of Salman Rushdie are extremely relieved he has been taken off a ventilator following his stabbing, and the British author has retained his defined sense of humour, his son said on Sunday. He said, and I quote, "We are extremely relieved that Mr. Rushdie on Sunday, he was taken off the ventilator and additional oxygen was able to say, and he was also able to say a few words." That's what his son, Mr. Zafar, tweeted, and as you can see that quote up on your screens, that statement put out by Salman Rushdie's family after that stabbing attack on him in New York.